In this video, Lenora will answer some questions of what it means to be a senior citizen. She's a little sleepy right now, but that comes with seniorhood. So the first question is, who are you?
I am a senior living in San Francisco, which is a very expensive city because of inflation. Everything went up in price. Food, everything, drugs. I just paid $54 for a 30-day use of pills that I have to take. It's highway robbery.
Where are you from?
Right here in San Francisco. I was born, went to school here in the city.
What have you done for a living?
I was a professional musician, played in several orchestras and with small chamber groups. I had a wonderful life, my life of music.
How does it feel being a senior?
Today in San Francisco, we seniors
Well, how does it
struggle.
feel being a senior in general?
Oh, you mean just being old, you mean?
Yeah.
Like an elderly little old lady. Well, it depends on your health, I think. If you're healthy, if you feel good in body and soul, then to be a senior is wonderful. As long as you keep active, being a senior is fine.
Okay.
Don't be afraid to get old.
What's the hardest part of aging?
I think that every person who has worked all their life and suddenly is told to retire at 65 finds that very difficult, because suddenly, after 30 or 40 years of getting up in the morning, going off to your job and so forth, you find that you don't have to get up in the morning. When this happens, one hopes that people who fall into this pattern and have a hobby, whether it be gardening, music, reading, or walking, hiking, anything to keep them active. If you're not active and you become a couch potato, that's when you just kind of slip away.
What do you love about aging?
Well, I'm very lucky because I live with my family, and I have a wonderful daughter and marvelous, wonderful grandchildren, and sometimes they even cook the dinner for me. So just imagine, after all those years of cooking dinner for other people, I get to be waited on.
We need to do more of that. Okay, next question. What should you pay attention to as a young person? What should you really pay attention to?
As a young person, good habits.
Good habits.
Yeah.
What does that entail?
That entails eating well, eating healthfully, eating nutritiously, using your legs, getting exercise.
What is one thing that you miss about the past?
Oh, well, I miss my mother and my father.
That's one thing you
And
miss about
all
the past.
my aunts and uncles. Yeah,
Your family.
right. Because they've dwindled down to nothing, really. When you're 65 or, even 70, and you think about this aunt or mother or your father who have gone, it's the end of sharing
Yeah.
past memories. You go into another era.
What is something that you look forward to in the future?
I can say that I hope that we will have a peaceful future, and I hope that Trump does not win in 2020, because I can't imagine another 4 years with such a bumpkin.
What's one cool, little old thing that you can tell us from the past that maybe some young people don't know about these days? Something cool from the past that we
Oh my
probably wouldn't
God,
know
there's
about.
so many things from the past. Of all the things.
Okay, how much was gas back then? Gasoline.
I remember it being like 21 cents. And then, of course, growing up here in San Francisco, for us as children, was marvelous. I mean, we had Saturday matinees every Saturday at 12:30.
What's a matinee?
Movies.
Movies.
Just for
okay.
children, we had a movie. Then we had a serial and a cartoon and the newsreel and another cartoon and another serial and another movie. And in between all this, we had a pause where kids with talent could get up on the stage and tap dance or sing while other kids were out getting popcorn and stuff like that. And we were there, I mean, until 5, 6 in the evening. Your parents had
time did it
time to
start?
be together.
What time did it start?
12:30, but we would get there by 11:30 because the line was already going around the block.
So 11:30 a.m. to 5 p.m.?
That's right.
That's a whole day of fun.
That's where we were. And then then we had Playland.
How much did it cost?
It cost 20 cents.
20 cents, and you got candy as well?
No, you could bring my mother used to make us a little bag of carrots, and nobody wanted to sit with us because we'd crunch away. Yeah, if you wanted to buy a bag of popcorn, it only cost 10 cents, and there was just one size. You didn't have
Was it
small,
large?
medium, large. Yeah.
So you got a lot of popcorn.
Yeah, you got a lot of popcorn. They didn't have 3 sizes in those days. They had one size, period.
And then how much was the candy back then?
Oh, nickel.
A nickel?
Yeah.
A nickel
And
for
an ice
candy.
cream, maybe another 10 cents.
Oh, wow.
And then we had, of course, Playland, which was such fun. Down by the ocean, we had the fun house and the roller coaster and a lot of concessions where you could play games or buy food or ice cream or stuff like that.
Playland.
Yeah, Playland was just...
Where was it?
It was out there by the ocean, by the cliff house.
And it's no longer there anymore?
Gone, gone, gone. Then, of course, we had Sutros. My sister used to love going ice skating at Sutros. Sutros was one of her favorite places to go ice skating.
Megan?
No, Karen.
Karen.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then, of course, I mean, you know how things progress. And then in the 60s, there was the Love-In, and then you had the psychedelic dances.
Where they took drugs?
Entertainment. I don't know.
This is a good segue, Momo, into what was your experience like the first time you took LSD?
I never took LSD.
Mushrooms?
Oh, magic mushrooms I took in New York.
How was your experience?
But I
from those?
remember my sister taking LSD with her friend up in Big Sur.
Okay, let's hear how your sister's
All they
experience
did was sit there and laugh the whole afternoon and evening. They just sat on the couch
Yeah.
and laughed. It was really funny because somehow word got around that the seeds of the morning glory
The morning glory.
weed
Oh.
would make you high. And I remember driving down and getting to where we had our house in Big Sur. There were a whole bunch of hippies that came down with my brother and sister, and I couldn't see any faces because they were all bent out over looking along the ground for the seeds for the morning glory plant.
Oh boy.
It was so funny.
Anyways,
Yeah.
I heard that you have tried ayahuasca. How was your experience doing that?
Well, that was a very lovely experience because it was in my brother's church, and they had music and singing, and you just kind of you just transcended into this beautiful world of music, and it just stayed there. It was quite lovely.
You enjoyed it.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't get any insight as to my character out of it. I just was in a very relaxed state of mind and listening to the music and just absolutely enjoyed the whole physical and mental feeling of it.
Do you remember any parts of the trip?
What? Oh, just the one part when I first took it, I saw a gargoyle, and out of his mouth was coming all this blood.
Shh.
And so I said to myself, well, I don't want this picture, and so I put my mind into what was happening with the music and the songs,
Yeah.
and the words, and that was the end of that.
Well, you know, gargoyles are protectors of the Rome.
Yeah, right. I know that.
It's
Well, they're
interesting that you saw
used
that.
actually to keep evil from the castles.
Who is famous in your day? A household name. Who was a household name in your day?
Donald Duck,
Donald Duck.
Bugs Bunny.
So Disney was a big thing back then.
Yeah, of course, right. For kids, Disney was a big thing. You know, Cinderella, Donald Duck, Mickey Mouse, Fantasia, Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs, all that.
What's the most horrific thing you saw in your day?
Well, the most horrific thing was after the Second World War, and we learned about the extermination of all the Jews.
You were there during that moment,
Well, yes.
Oh,
I mean,
wow.
I was what? I was 12.
and you saw all of it on
No, I
television?
didn't see it. No, we didn't have TV then.
Oh.
But in the newspaper you saw it. A magazine showed you pictures, and it was pretty horrible.
Real
It was
pictures?
horrific. Yeah. That was I think the most horrific.
Did you know anyone coming out of the Holocaust?
Yes, there was a girl in my at Lowell High. She was a refugee from the Holocaust.
Did you guys go to class together?
Yeah, yeah. I even went to her wedding. Yeah, she was Greek.
She was a survivor?
Yeah, she was a survivor.
Wow.
Right.
Okay, well, thank you so much for being in my interview, Lenore. Let's wrap it up here. I hope you have a wonderful day, and I hope everyone watching this enjoyed the interview. Thank you for watching.
I'm going to go and see the dentist soon. My tooth has fallen off at least 12 times already.
As you hear me speak, the Brazil rainforest is burning to ash. Posting about it and bringing awareness can only do so much. But if we all contribute, we can make a difference. That's why I'm challenging you to the Plant Plant Challenge. Here's how it works. Do research on the native plants in your area and try planting those if possible. Next, film yourself doing it and send it to your friends on your choice of social media using the hashtag PlantPlantChallenge. The rainforest is Earth's lungs. Right now, she's drooling way too much, and that's because of us. The reason why I want to start this challenge is because every plant we plant will offset the plants being burned in Brazil. The more attention this video gets, the longer Mother Earth's lungs can survive.